Welcome to Farm Sim 25. This is a start from scratch series. We have zero money, zero equipment, and zero land. We are going to be working to see how far we can get, what we can do, and what all we end up with. We will be doing contracts, and that is the only time we are allowed to lease equipment. Other than that, we will not be allowed to lease equipment for anything, and we will not be taking out any loans. It's going to be difficult at first, but we'll do our best and get things going. So let's just see how it goes and do our best. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at these contracts, see what we're going to do. Looks like we got some harvesting and hoeing contracts that we can pick up, so we'll go ahead and get those. Probably start with the hoeing contract first. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll speed up time for the travel and get things figured out. And when we get there, we'll most likely just speed everything up. I don't know. We'll see how it looks when we get to the field. So let's go ahead and hop in here and hook up our equipment and start heading out. Okay, let's back this up nice and smooth. There we go. Nice. And now I can see why they gave us this weight, because our front end's not touching the ground. And here we go. Okay, let's bring that back. Nice and slow. Get this connected up here. Alright, now we can start traveling down the road. Let's turn up this map and take a look, see the route. Get this figured out so we know we're going to the right spot. Alright. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and speed up the travel time. We'll see you when we get there. Alright, here we are pulling up to the field. We're going to go ahead and get everything set up and ready and get this field started. Let's zoom out so we can see what we're doing here. Alright, turn on these lines so we can see what we're doing. Everything is looking good so far. Alright, let's get this started. Make sure everything is down. I can't tell if it's actually down or not. Looks like it is. And we are struggling. I'm not sure why. Seems like they would have picked a better tractor for this. Well, we'll see in a little bit when we're done. Alright, we're coming up on the last passes here. So we're just going to get this finished up. Okay. Turned out that the reason we were struggling so much at the beginning was our front weight was down, which was dragging and causing us to have issues driving. So that was my fault. But we got that corrected. Now we're cruising along quite nicely. Make sure never to do that again. So we're going to go ahead. We're done with the contract. We'll fold up, start heading back, get to the shop, and then figure out our next move from there. And we'll just cut through here. No big deal. With that said, we'll see you guys when we get back to the shop and talk to you then to figure out our next move. Alright, that was quick. Pulling back in over here now. I think we're going to look at the contract, see if there's any more holding contracts available now that we're done. If not, we'll just accept the payment for that contract and move on to the next one. So let's take a look here. Alright. So we could okay, yeah. Looks like there's a lot more contracts we can do now. Go ahead and take this holding contract. It's not too far away, so it wouldn't be that big of an issue. So we'll go ahead and take it, and we'll see you guys when we get over there and figure out our next moves after we're done with that field as well, you know. Okay, here we are pulling up, get everything unfolded, get ready. We're gonna get this field going. Hopefully everything goes well for us here. Alright, let's get this started. And once we get going here, we'll go ahead and speed up time and see you when we're on the last pass again. Alright, here we are, starting to finalize this final pass here. That did not take us as long as I feared it would, so that's great. We'll go ahead and finish this up. And then take a look at the contract menu to see what's available. So let's go ahead and finish this final row here. And there we are, contract complete. Go ahead and accept that. And see here, don't look like there's any more hoeing contracts. There's a couple weeding ones, but I don't think we're going to do those today. Yeah, it don't look like we got the right equipment for weeding anyway, so we'll go ahead and complete that and go ahead and get into the harvester and start getting everything ready to harvest. Travel shouldn't be long, we're not that far away, but we'll still speed up the travel and everything like normal. Let's get everything connected, get this onto the trailer. Alright. Okay. Now connect that to the back of this harvester so we can get going. There we are. that said, we will see you guys at the field. So, like I said, it shouldn't take us too long. And here we are. Go ahead and get pulled up in here. Come on, work with me. There we are. Go ahead and get turned around, get this header put on so we can get started. We'll get the harvest started up here. We'll speed it up so we can get through it quicker. Unfold. Alright, there we go. Alright, now we just gotta get this done. We'll get the lines turned on and get to work. Get this contract finished so we can move on to the next. Alright, it's looking good. The guy did not take care of his field very well with all these weeds. He's gonna lose a lot of produce off of it. That's okay, it's not our job to worry about that. We're just here to harvest it. And we will see you when it's done. Alright, here we are, about finished with this harvest. Looks like we just got about 1 1/4 passes left here, you know, give or take. Pretty much done. So we'll go ahead and finish up this last pass on this field. Then we'll put the header up, grab the trailer, unload into the hopper, and then deliver it to the grain mill that they want us to deliver to. And once we have finished offloading the grain into the mill, we'll look and see if there are any other harvesting contracts that we can use this equipment for before we're finished. So I've been thinking about it. I think our final goals, we're going to look at having at least one plot of land that'll house our home, sheds, and equipment. And we want to have at least 4 fields by the time we're done with all this. I think that's what we want to do. So we'll get it all done and build up our farming empire by the time we're finished here. And for our bank account, I want to have at least $500,000, but maybe more if possible by the time we're done. So we'll see how it goes. We'll work at it, try and get it all done. Let's offload now. Yeah, so I think that's going to be our final goals for this playthrough. And for our next episode, we might just do a live playthrough. I don't know yet. Let's get this going. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do for our final goals. Have at least one plot of land that's nothing but farmhouse and yard with sheds and bins and all that. 4 fields minimum. We can have more than that, but we want to have at least 4 decent fields and 500,000 plus for the bank account. That'll make us a successful farm. So with that said, let's go ahead and get to the grain mills and we will see you there. Alright, we're pulling up to the drop point. Go ahead and offload all this and then we'll look at our contracts again and see what's available. Okay, let's see what we're going to make off this. Okay, let's see here. Harvesting. What do we got? That's not a bad one. Okay, get to that. I think we'll do this one here. Alright, with that done, let's go ahead and head on over there and get this next contract started. So I will see you guys when we get to the next field. Alright, while I was driving over here, I realized that my time was running out, so we're going to go ahead and finish this contract off screen, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Have a wonderful day.